Okay then everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nioh. Now before we get on with the side quests, of which we have 3 side quests left to deal with, let's go over kind of creating the build here. So first up, we've reached level 65 through virtual both streaming and doing the full walkthrough with this character. As you can see, these are all my stats. Spirit is what we're currently going to be working on. That needs to get to 15 so that we can gain all of the bonuses out of all of the Guardian Spirits that we currently have available. I thought it was just going to be 11, but clearly some of them have higher requirements, so that's going to continue to rise. Of course, 30 body and magic. Once Spirit's finished, that's what we're going to be concentrating on. And dexterity at 10, just so that basically just so that I can show you guys all of the things we're going to be doing in a second. So obviously, if you're a few levels behind me, that's where you can save some points. So once we've dealt with the ocean roars again, you're going to have these 3 missions down here unlocked. So I'm going to do them all again, just so I can show them all to you guys. So I'm going to go straight in for this one. Now this is just basically a straight up fight. You just got to beat a guy down. It's a very, very basic mission, and it's quite easy because the guy is really, really like in a rush to waste all of his stamina, and I'll show that in a second. Sorry guys, getting a bit of water down me there. So here's the guy. Now he likes going all out offensive at you, so just stay out of his reach, let him waste all of his stamina, and then give him a poke. And here we go, bam, critical attack, he's down. You can do this again, and you can essentially keep this going. Just try not to get hit too many times, like I'm doing there. The issue being we haven't got anything that we can kind of get him at range with, other than the fact that we're using a spear. Obviously you can stick some pokes in if you wish to. This is just not working for me, I need to stop talking. I always put myself off. Right, here we go, bam. Let's take a heal. As you can see, as I said, really aggressive. Although it's not exhausting the stamina like it was doing with me previously, so kind of a little bit different here. Ouch! Get out. There we go, another execution. Well, critical hit, I suppose. Bam! There we go, we get a free hit in there as well. But yeah, you kind of just want to wait until after his combos. Stick a hit in. And he'll be fine. Here we go, another critical. Take that free hit too. Nailed it. Come on then. Don't start doing silly things. Go on. Ow, that was some reach on it. No. There we go. Let's get this again. Nearly got caught out there. Cool. No! That's not good. Alright, let's get a healing before we lose this and have to start again. That would be terrible on such a basic mission. There we go. I win. Oh, come on. There we go. Cool. Crazy that this guy can actually drop some pretty decent looking gear. And so a cool way to farm the genius stuff if you like it. Yes. Considering the graphics for some of that, he should actually be dead if we put the spear through him. Cool, so that's that one finished. Next up we're going to do the ninjutsu one. I've not actually done that one yet. Just because I was still leveling dexterity and waiting for you guys to be along for the ride. And then we go ahead and unlock the magic, which is obviously the most important thing. I probably should have said at the beginning, but there will be timestamps at the bottom once I've gotten around everything. So I do like how it looks though, and that is what I've transmogrified my gear to look like. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing or why it looks that way, basically I have transmogrified I've refashioned my armor, my onmyo to look like the strategist stuff, just because I thought it looked really cool. In any case, carrying on. Next up, we have. Where are we? Ah, no, pressing buttons too quick. Stop. There we go. Dojo. So now I'm going to go down to Ninja Depths. Just to show those that may or may not be doing a ninja build, kind of what this is going to be like. Ninja powers. I've since kind of thought about the title points we're putting in, and maybe I might start upgrading some of my ninja attack power, because we are actually going to get ninjutsu points, and so it kind of makes sense. Hey, this guy is fast. Interesting that we're using a spin on both of these. I wonder if it's kind of reflecting the weaponry that we have. Hey! Wow, that was slow. What is that? Oh, it's a buff, that's why. Okay. No. Why have you got unlimited ninjutsu? Oh, that's good. So we've got a slow power. That's really good. But I thought it was a slow, it wasn't. Well, we are getting destroyed here. I'm not used to using these at all. I clearly need to buff though. That's what I'm feeling here. Alright. There we go. I don't like that he has unlimited ninjutsu. I think that's quite unfair. Yeah, tutorial as well. There we go. Hey! I don't actually know what this is. Must be some kind of mine. Scamming. Ah. So they kind of like ground spikes to slow him down, are they? Well, there we go. No, get out. This is just boiling down to a fight now, which is kind of frustrating when he's got unlimited skills. God damn it. This is actually pretty tough. I have got my skills still though. Right, let's get some of this done. He's dodging it though. Not good. Oh, he's gonna get me down. He's gonna critical. No, 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 no. Oh, we didn't get it. I was lucky there. Come on. Such a huge health pool as well. The mage one is far fairer than this. Which you'll see. He looks like he's nearly dead, but he's actually got quite a lot of health left, which is kind of frustrating. There we go. You're gonna drop me all that stuff, aren't you, dude? Thank you very much. Even some purples. That's very nice of you. No time for wool gathering. Alright, mate, alright. To be fair, he was pretty tough. But that's good. I think that gives us ninja locks. I can't remember now. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I know the samurai one did. Which gives us some extra samurai points, which is cool. I probably should go over how my skills are looking at the end of this as well. Because it's basically just going to be a build video. And then we can carry on with all the side missions. From that have been received. And then just, so we can continue to farm Kyakadama. Not that we need to from there, but that's kind of cool. And then we're going to go ahead and do the onmyo magic one, which is probably what most people watching the walkthrough is going to be waiting for. So we're going to go ahead and do this now. And then we can look at kind of the skills and how they all work. Yes. It's kind of based in one of the early areas as well. Interesting. Oh yeah, because it's based in the one of the boss rooms. Okay, so we're going to have a selection of enemies to face here. Basically the idea is, you know, you use... I'm trying to avoid you. Because I don't want you to turn into the only thing. Hehe. Not gonna let you. Now, of course, this does give you sloth, but I'm going to save it for a much more troubling enemy. He's actually wasting all of his own yokai power there. That's kind of cool. Just because I'm being evasive. He's very good at avoiding it, but we're going to execute you now. Let's get you down, because I hate your transformation. So that's you down. Next up, we got these. So this is the annoying bit. Now, that there is one of my least favourite enemies in the game. However, here's how you defeat it. With that. Because now its most annoying move is basically ineffective, so... Which is that one. Because it comes from range, it's fast and it just avoids you, even though you've just avoided it. So, but we'll put it down. And then we have Mr. Lickitung dude. Of course, we're going to add this on. And I don't think he likes water very much, so we're going to fire some of this at him. Let's get that on like that. I don't really know what its status effect does, I do need to look at that. Ouch. I hate Lickitungs. Go away. Shouldn't have staggerable if I remember rightly. Nope, you're not even staggerable when you're meant to be. You guys just literally cheat at will, don't you? Oh. Well, we got the buff off, that's fine. You're dead. Cool. As you can see, much easier than the other two. Far more reasonable. It doesn't really drop anything for us, which is a shame. Because I would like to get some better mage gear. But it is dropping the levels now, so that's nice. Speaking of game, I'm going to show some of that in a minute. I have deleted most of it though. So I'm just going to show what I've got. And maybe we'll do some reforging, because I've got quite a lot of resources, because I've not used any. Okay, so that is now kind of the mid-tier stuff all unlocked. So let's look at some skills. Ooh, not that. Let's look at some skills. Have I got any locks to use? I have not. Okay, tons of spirit stones, but don't really use those. So, learning skills. In the spear stuff, I've unlocked those stuff, so now I'm going to have some combos in my mid stance on the spear. More importantly, something that you guys are probably going to be more interested in looking at is we've got a lot of stuff unlocked here. So, we have unlocked sloth. Obviously, sloth 2 is going to be later, as is 3. I imagine they're both going to be separate missions, so there's probably going to be quite a lot. Quite a few, well, at least 2 more. There's probably going to be, I don't know, like Master and Sage or something for these. To unlock some more. We've also got the second level of some of this done as well. I've not done all of the elements. Just kind of fire and lightning and earth, just because they're the kind of ones that I'm dealing in at the minute. Lightning, as an effect, I think slows enemies down, so combining that with sloth, you can really detooth some enemies, which is cool. I've also unlocked the weakness ones, which kind of make enemies cause less damage or take more damage. I've only got this one because I figured this combined with this is going to allow you basically just to ruin stuff, which is cool, particularly with the improved cast speed we got from the headgear that I picked up. Not really done any of the resistances. I don't feel like I'm not really coming up against that many elements, really. But I feel like unlocking these front ones is mainly going to be important for getting hold of these. Just so that you can kind of have some natural, because that's going to come up to 12 natural resistance to all of the elements. If you do decide to kind of go down that route, that'd be pretty cool. Not really bothered with these. I mean, I don't really like the idea of reducing my familiarity, so I'm not bothered with that. It would need to be insta kill if it was going to do that. So, not really about furthering the range of purification, or that one, to be honest. So I have in fact got the second level of the yokai, and we can cause a load of heavy key damage if we wish to, but not too bothered about that right now either. We have unlocked our way up to here just because of the felt. The first level of that is plus 10% to elixir heal rate, so that's really strong in my opinions, particularly combined with what I'm already getting from my buffs, because that's probably going to end up being like plus 15% pretty soon to the heals that I get from my elixirs. That's before even taking into account the fact that I've now got 2 healing spells, which I've not actually even equipped yet. Not tried any of this yet, so we've got resistance, so it can resist poison and paralysis. So maybe we may not need that. Although it doesn't cure it though, like the other tablets do. So we can raise defense, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. Not too bothered about this last one. Reduces damage from yokai. Yeah, whatever. We've got Carnage, raise attack but low defense. Not really interested in that either. It's kind of a double-edged sword power. I mean, it depends on kind of how much extra damage it gives you, but you need to be confident in your ability to dodge with that. And then we got kind of a couple of farming ones here, which may well be good later on. I'm not unlocking them yet, just because they're not directly going to impact on how well you do stuff. But you've got Luck, Bring a Talisman, and then you've got static increases to the actual stats itself. So you can have a permanent increase of 5% to your gold there for the small cost of 6 skill points, which is pretty steep. Unless you can continually farm them, that is not ideal to me. I mean, and I know they do sometimes drop in the Twilight missions, so maybe that's something that you'll use those on. I got the first point of this because I felt that 2 skill points for 3 extra seconds of living weapon is good, but 3 points for 1 second kind of grates on me. Again, if I end up having points to dump, they may go in there, because an extra 2 seconds is going to be good, but 3 seconds was, yeah, fantastic for 2 points, so I got that. I've unlocked the second tier of this, and you're going to see kind of what that does. It doesn't increase the power, but it increases how many casts you get. So when we get these to maximum, we are actually going to start being able to act like a mage, good and proper, which is nice. I may actually unlock that, because that's pretty cool. We can get like opponent home with bone, which is nice. And of course I've got the second tier of extra capacity, because it's not too bad for 4 points, and I feel that 5 probably won't be too bad either. That is going to be useful for the more and more stuff that you want. Particularly if you start carrying around things like this that aren't probably going to be in your quick slots. So that's kind of especially as that's got an 8 jutsu cost. So like, you know, these things like this all kind of go together to me. So that's kind of my skills all shown and what I've got. So let's have a look at how this is in practice. So we're going to need to go to the shrine. In the shrine, I mean, I've already shown my level, so you don't need to see that. Obviously, by the end of all the side missions, which you're going to see in the next episode or two, you're going to have all these, which is kind of cool. I'm really interested to see how he affects stuff. Because plus 50 onmyo magic power and stealth for enemies, so that makes you harder to see. And plus 15% to unlimited onmyo once I get my spirit to 15 seems pretty good to me. So like, it's static kind of, well, not static, but its living weapon stuff isn't as strong as what I'm using. So the attack enhancement isn't very great at 3%, which is kind of terrible really. Usable time is good at 18, so it's kind of cool for protecting you, but its attack damage is terrible. So yeah, it seems like kind of similar with a few of these. He seems kind of similar in regards to his effects when compared to Daibawashi. Again, kind of you're getting a better static buff, so he's going to be good for ninjutsu. Unlimited ninjutsu plus 15%. Life recovery by killing strike for 120. That's lovely. So you kind of got an onmyo and a ninjutsu kind of static buff there, which is quite cool. Obviously, you can interchange these at shrines, so you can change this at will levels and stuff. So you can get through a level with this on, and then maybe you're through a level with this on, and then put that on for a boss fight or something. It's kind of cool how you can customize this around. Let's make offerings, ready jutsu. So let's look at how this ends up looking then. So basically, when I do this now, and the interesting thing is you don't have to have the first one to have this on. So first up, check that the actual cost there is lower. So if you only want one set of these on, which is something that I didn't show before, and I didn't use this previously because again I wanted to show just kind of what you've got on. So for example, 5 talismans, I do only want a set of 2 of those on, but instead of having number 1 on, I'm going to put number 2 on, and that's actually going to cost me 1 less jutsu capacity. So that's pretty cool, and it's a cool way of saving on your capacity so that you can fit more spells in. And you can do this across the board with all of this. You can actually do it here as well, look. However, for the extra one, I am in fact going to have both of those on. And now when I come out of here and show how many I have equipped, it will show 6. So basically it stacks on, so you can have more casts of stuff, and so you can kind of balance this however you want. So for example, with this Kekai talisman, I don't really use those that often either, but they are pretty useful in boss fights. So again, I may have that set to 2, well, just one set, and so I'll have 2, but I'll use the second level one so that I save on jutsu cost. So let's go down here and do that now. So instead of costing 5, it's going to cost me 4. Which is really, really cool. I'm going to put the second one of that on, because that's really, really strong. Oasis is good. What else do we want here? So, we've got weakness, we've got sloth is fantastic. I don't think I need to say much about that. Rejuvenation, so that's allows you to prepare 2 something. Use them recruit health, that's really cool. So we've got like a regen, particularly good in the poison areas. We've got life seal, so that's reduce enemy key. I've not really used all that much of this, if I'm honest. But you can see I've got tons of capacity. I can put whatever I want on here, so let's have a look. Let's have Oasis, because that was really cool when I saw a multiplayer dude using that. But I suppose it's better for multiplayer, so we'll leave that off for now. Rejuvenation, that's going to be useful. I think that's really, really cool, really. Then let's have a look at what else we'd want. We could look at some lightning, but we're quite fire-based right now. And again, you can just kind of change up your element as well, at will with this, which is really cool. Let's go with reduce enemy defense, because I like the idea of mixing that with sloth. The idea being fire sloth at them, fire weakness at them, and then, you know, send in some attacks and just absolutely ruin them. Particularly if you then use Kekai too, and you just like, you're practically on limitless stamina while you're doing that. So that's great. Kadamas are now pretty cool, so we've nearly got all of them. Just one set left to get, so that's going to be fine. And with that, guys, that's kind of a good. That's going to be an update as to where I am at, the level that we're on, and what you're probably going to do before you kind of finish this area. At this point, you can directly just leave, move on to the next country. I've not started yet, just because obviously I didn't want to start progressing through all of this, and then I'm just like crazily high level, because otherwise that would not have been much sense for you guys. That looks like it's going to be another fight there. That's cool. It's going to get us Book of Reincarnation as well. Quite excited about that. So yeah, in the next episode, in the walkthrough, I know I said we were going to do side missions in this episode, but I have got 3 to do, and we've done these 3, and kind of shown how the builds work and everything like that. So just wanted to get that across, keep you guys updated, and anybody that wanted to kind of know when and how more spells are coming, just explain that. So again, hope this was helpful for you. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll catch you next time.